Hey, so these Wednesday videos are just a Q&A. So a few weeks ago I had a little bit of a chat with ChatGPT. I asked it to ask me questions on Beowulf, and then I spent 30 minutes to an hour just kind of like going through, and so I'm going to throw up those questions on here. And we'll see, and you know, if you have an opinion on these questions, please, while I pick my nose, put what you think in the description below, in the comments, I guess. Okay, question 1. Do you think Beowulf's death leaves his people stronger because of his example, or weaker because they've lost their greatest warrior? My response to that was weaker. After his death, the people fear the Swedes and the Danes, as they have been feuding for many years, and without their warrior king, they'll be enslaved in retribution for their losses. Yeah, at the end of the story, when the news of Beowulf's death goes to his people, they are kind of in fear, because pretty much Beowulf has kept everyone at bay. I mean, who would want to go up against Beowulf? You know, the Geats were a warrior race kind of Scandinavia, you know, and now that their warrior king is gone, there's no threat anymore. So the entire land is just wide open for the taking. And of course the Geats did vanish, you know, so maybe their reservations of their king dying was founded, as it were. Anyway, are they weaker? Yeah, because when the news of his death went to his people, they were afraid that the Danes and the Swedes were going to basically come wipe them out or enslave them. So yeah, I think that his passing is going to make them a lot weaker, because they don't have Beowulf anymore. Question 2. Do you think this makes Beowulf's final battle a noble sacrifice, or was it a mistake for him to fight alone instead of preparing a successor? Well, he didn't have any kids, so he had no sons to pass it on to. As for successors, I don't think he did have a successor, did he? But Beowulf, I think, proved himself in the barrow with the dragon. He took 11 people with him, 10 of them ran away. Beowulf went in and supported his king, and it was a blow from Beowulf on the dragon that distracted the dragon long enough, because he had Beowulf in his jaws, and that Beowulf was able to give a death blow. And of course, in the Seamus Heaney version of the book, or the translation, sorry, he stabs him, and in the Thomas Shippey, which I talked about on Monday, he cleaves him in two, I think it says in the book, if I remember right. But it was Wiglaf's distraction, essentially, that gave him the ability to do it. Personally, I think he knew he was done with this world and wanted that warrior's death, which is why he went in to deal with the dragon. 50 years of peace, well, 50 years, not necessarily peace, but 50 years he'd been a king and he was still alive in his dotage. I think maybe he just wanted to die a warrior's death. I think he wanted to go, you know, he wanted to go to Valhalla, and what better way to do that than to be killed by a fucking dragon? It's better than dying in bed. Anyway, yeah, what do you think? I'll put the questions in the description, and you can leave your answers or what you think in the comments. So anyway, time to go away.